Check 1, 2. What up? It's Trent Out Loud, and I'm back with another episode. All right, y'all, I have a great show set up for you guys today. We have two breaking stories. DHS releases its first investigation report into Alex Pretti, and there were two officers that shot him, and not just one. Also, breaking, Kanye West signs a major record deal with Gamma Records, and he's also running ads for Yeezy. In lead stories, we're going to talk Nicki Minaj being embarrassed on stage by Donald Trump. Candance Owens leaks audio of Erica Kirk. And Eyewitness that witnessed the unaliving of Alex Pretti speaks out. In quick news, we're going to talk Desmond and Kristi's POSTNUP. Ilhan Omar, Ray J, Serena Williams, beauty to the Streetz CEO, and Melania Trump. We're going to talk about her movie flopping. As always, we're going to close out the show with lesson and question of the day. Y'all know what time it is. Turn your TVs, your radio, your devices up. Come on. It's hump day. Bam, 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 bam. And I'm about to start this show. Let's go. All right. Welcome, everybody who is joining live. We are live. Thank you very much for y'all for joining. Hey, I never really started off with a round of applause, but I'm in a good mood today. Let's start off with a round of applause. Let's start with a round of applause for getting to Wednesday. Hump Day Wednesday is here. I'm in a good mood today. Got my braids done up, got my hair done. I'm feeling good. I'm in a positive mood today. All right. Y'all know me already. As soon as some days here, that means we're counting down the weekend. I started a little bit on Tuesday, but Wednesday I start to get really hype. All right. All right, y'all. I have a great show set up for you guys today. As I told you in the intro, we just have a breaking story from Kanye West. We've been talking about Kanye West for the past 2 days now. And I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so, because this is really all about Kanye West and him releasing music and getting back to making money, and not so much about his apology. But before that, let's get into our first breaking story. My first breaking story is DHS has released their preliminary and what they're calling their first investigation into the Alex Pretti unaliving. And it's been very slow moving, as we all know. The investigation is being head up by the Department of Homeland Security, which is pretty much an internal investigation because they're investigating their own officer, which it should not go that way. It should be independent, or it should be other offices, but it's not. But one of the things that they have discovered, which is breaking, is that from the video, it looked like it was only one officer doing the unaliving. Now it is two officers that took shots. We don't know yet if the other officer's bullet struck Alex or not, but there have been confirmed that there were two officers that drew their gun. Now, just in my thinking, what I'm thinking they're going to do with this second officer taking out his gun and firing is they are going to use this and say, you see, it wasn't just one hothead officer. When somebody yelled out gun, or the way how Alex was moving, he was causing a threat. And it was not just one officer that did that. It was a second officer. You yell out the word gun, or you see gun. Why did he have a gun on them? And I think they're using that other officer to make it seem as if like it's more understandable instead of it just being one hot-headed officer. That's not a source. That's not nothing. That's just my head calculating, because I have come out and been very honest that I do not trust Kristi Noem, and I do not trust the DHS. They came out before the video ever came out and tried to lie to us. So the fact that you're already lying, I'm not trusting you. So this report already sounds sketchy to me. That's just my 2 cents, okay? Now, that is the breaking news with DHS. Let me now move on to, I forgot to put the thumbnail up. Here is the thumbnail for today's show. Now I want to move on to Kanye West, Mr. Kanye West. Now, we know that Kanye took out a full-page ad in the Washington Journal Monday morning, starting up bright and early Monday morning. And it was a big apology letter. I covered it. A bunch of content creators covered it, mainstream media or whatever. And I was one of the first ones that came out and was like, I don't believe this. This is a ploy. Kanye West only does things when it's benefiting him, and he uses mental health or he uses Black issues or Jewish issues when he's trying to sell us something. I'm not buying this. I have been off the Kanye West bandwagon for close to a year now. For those of you who follow me daily, you know I was like, yo, I'm washing my hands clean. I'm not talking about Kanye. Even my own out louders, my own people in the comment section on Monday were saying, Trent, forgive him. Don't be hard on him or whatever. And I am a forgiving person. Y'all know me. Not only am I forgiven, but I'm just an open-minded person. But like I've been saying for the past 2 days, I have a very unique take on this because I have an extensive background when it comes to mental health, and I have been diagnosed with being bipolar, and Kanye West is blaming the past 25 years on bipolar. So I can understand how somebody who is not well-versed or understand mental health, you have one aspect when he tells you something. Now, when he starts telling you about bipolar, then if you don't know about it, you will tend to maybe believe somebody, even if it's Kanye West. Myself being diagnosed, I have details because I have the same diagnosis. So I can look and see that, of course, not everybody will act the same. Every person's cancer is different. Every person's bipolar is different. But the way how Kanye West has used his bipolar as an excuse or to sell us something, I called BS right away. I think one of my titles for Monday, or the title for Monday's episode was Kanye West's BS apology. Anyways, it has just been broken today. And you might not hear too much about it because it was the apology was in the Wall Street Journal. But this, let me just move it to the side so you can see it. Kanye West, yay, signs with Gamma Records. Bully, now set to release March 20th. Now, I have told you guys repeatedly that Kanye West has been trying to put this album out to no avail. In his Vanity Fair interview yesterday, he said, my album is the most pre-saved or pre-bought album. I've been downloaded on Spotify in 2025, blah, 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 blah. Having pre-sales is one thing. You're still Kanye West, but you need the gatekeepers. And I told you guys yesterday that I heard from a source that Kanye West, it's not about the CD or the album coming out. It's about him trying to get a distribution deal and gain access. When you have a Universal Records, when you have a Gamma Records working behind the scenes for you, that's when you can have a rollout, you can have tours, you can get into venues, and then you can get on the playlist on the DSPs, the digital streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple, etc., 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 Tidal, etc. Now, here is the caption. Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, has officially inked a partnership, so not just a deal, he has a distribution deal with Gamma. His 12th studio album, Bully, is now set to arrive March 20th. Now, I'm telling you right now, they will push that back again if we do not buy into this. Now, I did a quick little Google search to let you guys know who is behind Gamma Records, and the person who is behind Gamma Records is Larry Jackson. Larry Jackson is the co-founder and CEO of Gamma, a modern media and technology company launched in March 2023. A former Apple executive, Jackson founded the company alongside President, etc., the revolutionary music video and content distribution artists like Usher, Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross, and Drake. Okay, Larry Jackson was huge over at Apple, and he's been huge in the music industry for the past 20 years. So Gamma distribution through Universal, major. Kanye West was not going to be able to move without apologizing to the Black and Jewish community. And like I said on Monday, and I said on Tuesday, and I'll say again today, this is because Kanye West tried to maneuver on his own independently. He thought he didn't need Adidas. He said with his Yeezy clothes and everything was going to be released on Yeezy.com, and he didn't need anybody. That's why he went on Drink Champs and went off like that. He lost billions of dollars. He lost his contract with Adidas. He lost his record label. And he said, I don't care. I don't care about black people. I don't care about Jewish people. I don't care about nothing. I'll do it on my own. 3 years later, now he knows he can't make it on his own because he needs gatekeepers, is the reason why he's apologizing. And as of today, I'm still not buying it 72 hours later because I was right on Monday, I was right on Tuesday, and now I am right today. We'll see what Mr. West does in the next, I don't know, month or so leading up to this rollout. We shall see what Mr. West does, okay? That is all I have for Kanye. Oh, I also have something else. Sorry, I can't believe I forgot to play this for you guys. I had this show up on my Instagram yesterday as an ad. Ironically, 24 hours after his apology. You see this right beside me here? Yeezy selling slides, selling Yeezy.com. I told you, he comes out and either talks, insults, does a bunch of stuff, try to sell, or now his new play is, okay, I will come and apologize so I could sell you my album and shoes. Just my 2 cents. Y'all could buy the album and stream it if you want. I will not be streaming it. Okay, that is our breaking story. Let's go over now and talk about Nicki Minaj and the embarrassment that she faced today on stage with Donald J. Trump. Let's go over to lead stories. And also, we're going to talk about Candance Owens leaking Erica Kirk's audio. And also, we have an interview from Eyewitness that saw Alex Pretti got unalive. Okay, we have big things coming up in lead stories. Okay, let's kick things off with Nicki Minaj. For those of you who follow me, we told you yesterday about Nicki Minaj doing something with Trump. It's it's to encourage kids to be financially literate, etc., which I'm all for. I'm all power, whatever. And Nicki is actually donating hundreds of thousands of dollars to having young adults or teens learn about financial literacy, which I'm all for. However, we know that there's something more in this, right? When Nicki was sitting on stage with Erica Kirk for TPUSA, it was huge backlash. She disconnected her Instagram after losing 10 million followers, and it was huge backlash. Normally, when somebody has backlash like that, they go back and recalibrate and was like, maybe I made a mistake. Nicki came out and doubled down, and now she's doubling down again. Nobody knows for sure what she's doing, cozying up to the Trump administration, but it's her husband he has to register wherever he lives. That should tell you his crimes right there. Her brother has a lot of crimes that he could be looking for a pardon for. Nicki citizenship. And there's also people saying that she went after Jay-Z and she's looking at Trump for some protection from Jay-Z and Rock Nation. If y'all remember, she was going at Rock Nation hard a couple of months ago. So nobody knows for sure, but here is Nicki. And my take on this whole thing is nobody knows exactly what Nicki's up to or exactly what Nicki is doing. So like, okay, fine. But to me, the embarrassment is Donald Trump coming up on stage following to introduce her, and he is so embarrassing. He says, oh, Nicki Minaj's community. Who is the community? He's talking about black people, but that's just derogatory if you ask me. He talks about her nails, and then he says, I didn't even know who she was before this. Embarrassing. And then wait till the end. Please do not leave and stay tuned for this. Mid-speech, he whispers in her ear and she's like, oh, I should just exit stage. He literally tells her, we've had enough. Can you get off the stage? Listen to Nicki Minaj. Trump just embarrassed Nicki Minaj on stage. I mean, she embarrassed herself by saying that she's the #1 Trump supporter, but he literally talks about her community, her nails, and then says, I didn't even know who she was, but I heard that she's a Trump supporter. This is embarrassing, and then ends off by kicking her off stage middle speech. Listen to this.
I am probably the president's #1 fan.
Oh my gosh.
and that's not going to change.
And I just think she's great. You know, I've been hearing so much over the years because I didn't know Nicki, and I've been hearing over the years she's a big Trump supporter and a Trump fan, and she took a little heat on occasion. Her community isn't necessarily, I tell you,
her community
damn well with that, with your community, as we say. But Nicki has been an unbelievable supporter. She gets almost as much as Mr. Wonderful over here. He's been another one that's been so good. But I'd like to ask you to come up, Nicki. Come on up. And I said, I am going to let my nails grow because I love those nails.
What?
I'm going to let those nails grow. She's so good.
Listen.
She's been MAGA. What can I say? She's been with us all the way. Right, Alex? She's been with us all the way. Just want to thank her.
Hello.
So embarrassing.
Well, I don't know what to say, but I will say that I am probably the president's #1 fan. And that's not going to change. And the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more. And it's going to motivate all of us to support him more. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, you know, the smear campaigns. It's not going to work.
Give me a break.
He has a lot of force behind him, and God is protecting him. Amen.
Oh, Lord. Watch. Yeah.
We're done with you. Exit stage.
Yo, time to go. What in the world? I actually just realized I edited that for Reels for Instagram, and I cut off the part where he says, "Oh, I didn't even know her." I'm gonna play it for you here. I'm gonna play you another clip of pictures that came out after, and while I play that for you guys, I'm going to bring it up because you really need to hear it. All right, listen to this second pictures, not listen, but look at these second pictures that came out after. Take a listen.
Bait alert. Nicki Minaj and Donald Trump are holding hands. Let me zoom in a little closer here for y'all. Oh my gosh, I just had lunch. Look at the makeup. Wait, we're not done. It gets worse. Look at Nicki's edges. The gel is drying, Nicki, and just, and then the kiss lean in, like, oh my, For those of you who missed my earlier post and have no clue what's going on, listen to this.
All right, so that's here. Okay, I think I found the audio. Listen, wait, hold on. Let me take this off here. Hold on. All right, hold on. Let's play this.
Children of her. And that. Why should you give to somebody else's face? Give to your face. I like that.
Hold on.
But and I just think she's great. You know, I've been hearing so much over the years because I didn't know Nicki, and I've been hearing over the years she's a big Trump supporter and a Trump.
I don't know her.
But and I just think she's great. You know, I've been hearing so much over the years because I didn't know Nicki, and I've been hearing over the years she's a big Trump supporter and a Trump fan, and she took a little heat on occasion.
Yo, how embarrassing is that for you to go be like, I'm his #1 fan? Like, I don't even know who this chick is. Nicki, that is embarrassing. But like everybody has been saying, we do not know what you're up to or what it is that you're doing. But hey, you know what I'm saying? Do you boo? You know what I'm saying? Anyways, all right, let me go over now to Candance Owens. Candance Owens is making a lot of headway with this recent leak audio from Erica Kirk. I feel like Candance Owens has been a little bit quiet. I think also too, everybody's been very, very caught up with Minnesota. And y'all know me, I'm not the biggest Candance Owens fan, but this is the kind of energy I like from Candance Owens, all right? My great with Candance Owens is I don't like her views on women, especially with Black women, but This is the type of energy I like coming from Candance Owens, all right? Take a listen to this leak audio and listen to Erica Kirk talking to people from TPUSA about Charlie Kirk literally a couple of days, maybe a week or so after Charlie Kirk's unaliving. Take a listen.
Mind you that Charlie has not been dead for 2 weeks. That's where you have to go back to. Not even 2 weeks after Charlie was publicly assassinated. The obvious point of this call to set this up is to introduce Erica. She's the new leader. Not even introducing, she's just heading up this call, but obviously she's going to be at the helm of this, so they're getting to know her. So let's take a listen.
Hi, everybody. I still love all these emoji Zoom things. Wow. I don't even know where to begin. The fact that we were able to pull off an event of a century, like, it's just insane. We had over 275,000 people that attended, and the stadium, overflow, Westgate, insane, you guys. And then you have, was it 100 million? We had thousands that were registered to vote. I think we're at like over 200,000 for merch sales. Don't quote me on that, because I think it just keeps like bumping up like crazy.
Just want to remind you guys, this is Erica Kirk talking about money, t-shirts. What, her husband hasn't even been passed away for like 10 days yet.
But I just wanted to say a huge, huge, huge thank you to the events team, the development team, the graphic design team, the production team. It's just phenomenal. Their incredible work leading into the memorial. And honestly, a lot of the staff that worked on the memorial, they had 20-hour days for a week during the time of us grieving the loss of my husband. And honestly, I know several staff that didn't even sleep. Again, you guys are breathing angels. I don't care if any of you have beef with each other from the past or have any issues with someone said something about this or that. Like, if you guys have any of that, please put it to rest. My husband's dead. Like, I'm not trying to be morbid, but he's dead. And it puts life into perspective of how short life is and relationships.
It is the general tone that is off-putting. It's the laughter that is off-putting. It's, again, we are not even 2 weeks after watching your husband be assassinated. We're talking about numbers and metrics that have been hit. And my husband's dead, not to...
That I totally agree with Candace. You can't tell anybody how to grieve, and I'm not saying she needs to be boohoo crying, but it's just the tone and the way and manner in which she is speaking. I understand stepping into a leadership position, but that just sounds weird to me. Just my opinion, okay? All right, so that is Candance Owens. Candace, keep on going, keep your foot on the gas, and I still on the fence to decide if I want to go out and cover that case, the Charlie Kirk case that's coming up in May. But Candance Owens is doing some amazing stuff, and I want to keep my ears close to that. We haven't talked about it in a couple of weeks. Just wanted to remind you guys, Candace is on it. We are still on it as well, too. So shout out to Candace for doing the work. Okay, we want to close out lead stories now with the latest with Alex Pretti. We're still not going to let that story go. I started off breaking news by letting you know DHS's investigation, their preliminary investigation. In that investigation, they still have not spoken to the woman that was right beside the lady in the pink coat. Remember, we were all waiting. Where's the video? Where's the video from the lady in the pink coat? She was right there. DHS has not spoken to her, but CNN has. Take a listen to this and take a listen to how they were treating his body. Take a listen.
I watched him die. I remember him arching his back and his head rolling back, and it was so fast moving, but not for me. Like, when they left, when they fled, which now I see, that after the shooting, they decided to just scatter and save themselves. Watching him die.
When the shots are fired, you begin to scream, "What the F did you just do?" Do you remember that moment? Do you remember screaming that?
I remember the feeling inside my body, I mean, of course, I wish I wasn't saying that word so often, but at the same time, that's how angry and like, I don't know if anger is the right, mortified. That's just how mortified I have been feeling and helpless. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Like, what? What? And I knew he was gone because I watched it. And then they come over to try to perform some type of medical aid by ripping his clothes open with scissors and then maneuvering his body around like a rag doll, only to discover that it could be because they wanted to count the bullet wounds to see how many they got, like he's a deer. I watched that, and that is what it felt like they were doing, and that is part of why I was like, what are you guys doing? Why would you jostle his body around like that? You're not even doing anything to help him. But I knew he was gone.
Disgusting, disgusting. If that accusation is true, to see how much went in him. Now, on the flip side to that, they could be trying to see how many shots went in him because they know that there might be an investigation and there's 2 officers that pulled out or whatever. But if you see the video, the way how they're just jarring his body around and not, I agree with her. It's just, it doesn't look like they're trying to do something positive. So that's one part. Here is the second part of the interview. Take a listen.
I'm another person walking around who is here to protect you as best I can with my whistle and my phone, which really feels not great.
And yet, you stood there with a phone and you documented this. You didn't run away.
I am not one to run when I'm afraid. I just, no way was I going to leave Alex by himself, undocumented. Like, that wasn't an option. I mean, obviously somebody was just executed in the street. I knew I was in danger. We all were. But I wasn't going to leave if we weren't all cleared out. And if it wasn't for the collective actions over the past 3 weeks, I don't know if I would have been able to stay that long. But I knew that this was a moment, and we all have to be brave. And we all have to take risks. And we're all going to be given moments to make that decision. And I guess in my default mind of crisis there, that's where mine fell. And I'm grateful to myself, and I'm grateful to anybody who was supportive to me after, to make sure I could get to safety and get that video uploaded to the right people.
That is so amazing, if you ask me. I said this, I think it was on Monday or Tuesday, and even on a post on Instagram. I said, listen, I love every state in the United States of America wholeheartedly. But right now, Minnesota has won me over. The resilience, the fearlessness, the devotion, the brotherly and sisterly love that they have for each other. It is beautiful. Now, look, as you guys know, I always try to see things from both sides, and I understand there's people on the right who don't like the protesting or the quote unquote disturbance or impeding. And, you know, I know that's going to go on in my comment section here. But you gotta love somebody saying, why would you stand around seeing this happening? And she said, listen, I am not going to leave my brother's side. I'm going to document this. I'm going to try to stay safe while doing it, but I'm going to get as close as I can. I'm going to videotape, and then I'm going to get out of there so I can get to safety to upload the video so the world can see it. And that is why I credit Minnesotans for being resilient and sticking together. And this is why, like we reported yesterday, that Donald Trump, DHS, Border Patrol are now going to have to back down. When Renee Good was unalived, they doubled down. They sent more agents. Now with Alex and this continuing and Minnesota not stopping, not backing down, is going to be Trump, ICE, DHS, FBI, and the Trump administration backing down, working with Tim Walz and Mayor Fry. You know, Trump will package it in a way to say, well, we're done here. We're done. We've gotten everybody who we need to get to. We're going to go out somewhere else. And we all know what the real reason is. So shout out to everybody in Minnesota. All right. Okay. That is it for lead stories. We're going to go over to quick news. I got a lot of goodies for you guys in quick news. We haven't talked about Desmond and Kristi in a while. I have some exclusive information from their POSTNUP, not prenup, POSTNUP. We're going to talk about Ilhan Omar, who was attacked yesterday by a cowardly man. Ray J says he's not going to make it till 2027. Serena Williams, I got some big news about Serena Williams. Beauty to the Streetz CEO was found unalived. And we're also going to give you guys an update or a, what do you call that? A prediction on what is going to happen with Melania Trump's movie. I don't know if y'all have even heard that her movie's coming out because the promotion has been so horrible, but they are predicting that they are going to lose $70 million on this movie. We'll tell you guys all about it. Stay tuned for quick news. Okay, let's kick things off with Desmond and Kristi. You'll see right here, this is a document from their prenup that I got from a content creator. Shout out to Simone. And I'm going to just give you guys kind of like a little bit of a breakdown, but this is actually their POSTNUP. Now, a POSTNUP is different from a prenup. They got together when they were 14 years old and they were married in 2014 and they had no money. So there was no reason to have a prenup. But as they started making money, and of course they were married and assets started to come around, they decided to get a POSTNUP. Now, why this is important and why this is key here and why people are making a big deal of it, or you haven't heard about it that much yet, but you will in the next coming days, is that when this POSTNUP was created, and why was it created? Do you create a POSTNUP just for no reason, or do you create a POSTNUP because there might be some issues that are going around and you might be like, before things get too bad, let's discuss how we're going to divide up our assets, okay? So there's people that are predicting that their marriage was rocky for years. That's the reason why they had a POSTNUP. A POSTNUP, just to be clear, does not or cannot discuss anything about the kids because that cannot be done pre. It's always about what's best for the kids at the time. So a POSTNUP is literally just money and assets. In their POSTNUP, it says that they cannot contest anything, whether it be Desmond or Kristi. You'll see that right here. Nothing can be contested. Now, why that is important is everyone's like, hey, how come Desmond doesn't have a lawyer? How come this? The reason why Desmond doesn't have a lawyer and the reason why Desmond is not saying anything is because everything has already been divided up pre this incident and us knowing about this incident, which we still don't even know exactly what went down, but we're going to talk about that today. So apparently, if anybody opens their mouth and tries to fight this, say anything in public, do whatever, they lose whatever they decided in the POSTNUP. So you cannot say anything. So for those of you wondering, Kristi, Desmond, who's going to talk first? My prediction is no one's going to talk because they will lose a house or an asset or an investment. I already told you the reason why Desmond doesn't have a lawyer, because everything has been already discussed in the POSTNUP. And everything has already been worked out. So I told you guys that already. Now, again, y'all can speculate in the comment section. At the end of the show, I'll come over and I'll talk with you guys over there. I don't know. If you don't have a prenup with your wife and you guys start making millions of dollars, do you guys say, if you have a happy, perfect marriage, hey, babe, let's go get a POSTNUP and you'll take this property, I take this property, we have 50%. Do you do that if you're in a happy marriage? Or is the marriage a little bit breaking and one person says, hey, as we work on this before it gets too bad, could we get a POSTNUP? That's what's really big in here. And the caveat is this POSTNUP has allegedly or was allegedly made in 2021 or 2022 or 23, sometime around there. As most of you know, it was announced that Kristi was asking for a divorce the end of 2025. So they were probably having problems for 2 or 3 years. Okay. Let's go over to Ilhan Omar, representative from Minnesota, who Mr. Trump has been saying a lot of things about. She was cowardly attacked yesterday. Let's go over to that. And like you're going to hear me say in this post, pay attention to how resilient and determined she is, not to stop. Take a listen.
We will continue. These fucking assholes are not going to get away with it.
By now, I'm sure most of you have seen the disgusting attack from this coward here on Representative Ilhan Omar. But what I want you guys to concentrate on is how the representative acted after this cowardly attack. People are not playing that. Look at the resilience. Look at her not being shaken, and look at her conviction of wanting to continue and not letting this coward get in the way of what she wanted to say. Take a listen.
And DHS Secretary Kristi must resign or face impeachment. I don't know.
Oh my God, he sprayed something on her.
I need a napkin to know nothing.
All right, watch her now. Watch her. The bodyguard's like, no, we can't continue.
No. You need to go get checked. No.
We will continue. These fucking assholes are not.
Yeah, we will continue. Let's go. Watch her. Yeah. Come on.
That's whatever.
Move out the way, man. Move out the way.
Go get checked. I don't know
That's
what that was.
what they want. Please don't let them go.
It's not about him, Ilhan. It's not about him. It's about your safety. No, he sprayed something on you. You need to go get checked. Yeah, and it smells terrible.
We're gonna keep talking. Just give me 10 minutes. Just give me 10 minutes. I beg you. Please don't let them have the show. Please don't let them have the show. Please don't let them have the show.
Look at her. Watch her.
Please
Watch
don't
her
let
now.
them have the show. Here is the reality that people like this ugly man don't understand.
Hey.
We are Minnesota strong. And we will stay resilient in the face of whatever they might throw at us.
We will stay resilient at whatever they might throw at us.
Yo, shout out to Representative Omar. Look, I posted this early this morning because I wanted to wait for the full clip. Last night, they were just everybody was just playing the attack. Now, if you go to my comment section just on Instagram, there's at least 50 comments saying this was staged. She set this up to try to make herself look good or whatever. I personally don't believe that. I will say, because I am fair and I all see things both sides, that the fact that there was something sprayed on her and the fact that she didn't know what it was, that I do understand maybe some speculation of, why not just go and get checked? You have no idea what it is. People are saying how much it smells. It could be, though, that she is just a tough, resilient person and doesn't care. She says that I have been put through much worse. I want 10 minutes. I want to show that I am resilient and you're not moving me. It's not like she stood there for the next 3 hours. So whatever he sprayed on her, she can feel whatever. There's no burning, there's no whatever, etc. Whatever. She took 10 minutes to finish her speech. So I believe it, but I just want to do my due diligence and let you guys know that the word on the street from some people, especially from the right, is saying that it was staged. Now, there's some people that said that Donald Trump staged his incident that happened in a couple of summers ago, but while he was campaigning, you all know what happened to his ear. So the same way how you got to report that, you got to report this. All right. I believe Representative Omar, just for the record. Okay. All right. Let's go over to Ray J. Now, Ray J has come out and said that he's not going to make it till 2027. Now, we have been reporting on everything with Ray J. When he went into the hospital, was it around holiday time? I don't remember. I think maybe early January. There was reports that he was in hospital. We showed you guys video of him. He said he might have pneumonia or something with his heart. Then he had another video where he came out and he said, I'm doing well. I'm fine. I'm going to be back out. I'm just need to stay in here to get better for a couple more days. And now he's come out to say that through all the years of all of the crazy stuff that he has done with DRUG, et cetera, he's saying that doctors won't make it for another year. Now, every time that I talk about Ray J, I do know that there's something wrong with him, but I was just hoping that he wouldn't use this to troll or to stream with, because you shouldn't play with your health like that. And we all know that Ray J is a big troller. That is his shtick. So this is a little bit of Little Red Riding Hood, right? It's like he's on stream announcing these things, etc. It's not like he's just coming out just heartfelt on his Instagram. He's coming out on his stream, and we all know how much money there is in streaming right now, and that's what Ray J does. Not saying I don't believe it. I'm just saying take it with a grain of salt. I hope he is well, and I hope that he is not using this as a troll. And if he is not well, I hope he gets better and listens to his doctors. Take a listen.
27 is definitely a wrap for me.
No, don't say that, brother. Don't say that.
That's what the doctor
No, the doctor. No, don't say that. Because when you say that, you're confirming what the doctor
that's
said.
what Jay said. I don't
No. Fuck them.
But
fuck what they said, brother. You're
guess
going to live
what?
long.
Guess what?
You're going to live long to see your children grow up. Yes. Nobody ever told you this. You're going to live long to see your children grow up. Have children, too. Real shit. Nah, nigga. What doctor tell you your time is done? No. Fuck that. Your neighbor is a doctor. So watching this and you think that Ray's days are counted, I'm here to tell you.
It don't matter if my days
No, they're not. They're not. His days are not counted.
But guess what?
More life to the brother.
My baby mama gonna be straight.
More life to the brother.
My kids gonna be straight. If they want to spend all the money, they can spend it. But I did my part here.
That's okay. But we're not gonna spend.
All right. So look, like I said, it's the rollout of it a little bit. I'm not excited about it, but I can't tell another man how to live his life and tell people his illnesses or whatever. If he is this sick, I do hope that he gets better. I did listen to the Breakfast Club this morning. Lauren Rosa says that she has texted him various amount of times. He hasn't replied to her. Find that a little strange. Charlemagne said, hey, come see Dr. Puma, who I have met already twice. He's one of the leading gynecologists out there. Sorry, did I say gynecologist? Cardiologist out there right now. Shout out to Dr. Puma and his great staff. I actually did a podcast with them. And hasn't gone. So again, like I said, not taking anything away from him, but if you did have this kind of diagnosis where you might not be here the next year, wouldn't you reach back out to Lauren, talk to her instead of just being it on your stream? And wouldn't you reach back to Charlemagne, who's a very good friend of yours, to say, hey, you have a doctor that can maybe help me? I'm coming right away. Just my 2 cents, all right? But still all love for Ray J. Okay. Let's go over to something I just found literally like an hour or two ago. And this is going to make my mother and my sister very, very happy. Serena Williams might be coming back to tennis. If you ask me, Serena Williams is the greatest athlete of all times because there has been no other pro athlete that has won a major championship pregnant. Like Serena Williams has won a major championship pregnant. Michael Jordan didn't do that. Kobe Bryant didn't do that. LeBron James, Tiger Woods, nothing. She's the only one. Listen to this.
Re-entered whatever they call it, it's like the drug testing pool, which some people see as like the precursor to a return to tennis. So I have to ask, are you returning to professional tennis?
I mean, really? Are you asking this on the Today Show?
I am.
Oh my gosh.
They'd kill me if I didn't. Tennis Nation, all your fans.
Oh my goodness.
Well, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Is that a no?
Is that a no?
Well, now you're making me feel like you're
on the set are laughing. This is distracting.
Okay,
you're
but
distracting us over there.
but you didn't say yes or no. I am.
I'm just having fun and enjoying my life right now.
Okay, but that's not a yes or a no.
That's not a yes or a no. I don't know. I'm just going to see what happens.
That's a maybe to me.
That's not a maybe.
Well, I'll see what happens.
I have 2 kids. I'm a full-time stay-at-home. When I filled out the form the other day, occupation.
Okay.
Housewife.
Okay, but you did re-enter.
Did
so
I re-enter? I don't know if I was out. Listen, I can't discuss this.
That if you wanted to put it to bed, this would be a good moment to put the retirement rumors to bed.
I want to go to bed. It's early.
All right. Serena Williams, I think you just said a lot right there. Appreciate you being here. I know you're here on behalf of Ro.
Hey, the fact that she can't deny it is big. For those of you who don't know, Serena is right in the middle of 2 records. Now, I think it's Steffi Graf who has 22 majors and Serena Williams has 23. So Serena Williams holds the record for the most major championships in female tennis, but in the open open racket era. The open racket era. But there is a closed racket area. I might not be saying it's either open court or closed court. Anyways, the rackets change. One was wood and one was a different. But in the closed era or wood era, whatever, Margaret Court holds the record at 24. So Serena is right there in the middle. And Serena's dream, just like Tiger Woods' dreams, was to beat Jack Nicklaus 2018 majors. She wanted to beat Margaret Court 24, at least tie her, or then beat her and have 25. So she is the undisputed female tennis player of all time. And Margaret Court is actually even racist. Nobody likes her. So that's even more why everybody wants her to win, especially my mother and my sister. So, and also too, Serena Williams went to 4 finals after she was pregnant, and she lost 4 finals. That means she had 4 times. And remember, she only needs 2, 1 to tie Margaret Court and 2 to beat her. She went there 4 times, went to the finals and lost. She just never got back her footing after she gave birth to her daughter. But hey, she has her daughter, and that is beautiful. And that's, I'm sure, ultimately, the greatest accomplishment ever in life. But I would love to see her come back. Be very, very hard for her to win 2 majors again, but we shall see. To me, one of the greatest athletes, or the greatest athlete of all time, tied between her and Michael Jordan. All right. That is Serena Williams. Let's go now to a story also too that that was breaking right before I came on. I wanted to share with you guys here. Heartbreaking story. CEO of Beauty to Streetz, Shirley Raines, known for feeding and caring the homeless in LA, was found unalived at her home at 58 years old. Neighbors, this is so sad. Okay, Raines was known for giving back to the homeless community in LA, feeding them and providing them with products for self-care. She grew her platform over 1 million followers, often going viral for her good deeds and giving less fortunate actual choices. According to TMZ, Raines' twin sister, Sheila, says despite being healthy and not on any medication, she was found unresponsive in her home next to her bed. The discovery was made during a wellness check, and as of now, the family is waiting on the results of the autopsy. A statement on Raines' passing was also shared on all platforms. So just really sad. I don't know who she is, but I do know that there is a big following. I see this on social media, and like I was telling you guys, 75% of my audience is female. So I'm sure a lot of you know who she is. Wanted to let you know that unfortunately she was found unresponsive this morning, and I'll give you guys more news when I find out. Okay, and closing from our quick story, Melania. Melania's movie ain't doing so well. The movie Melania is expected to lose over $70 million at the box office. Melania is projected to earn around $3 million in its opening weekend across 1,500 domestic theaters. The film cost roughly $75 million to produce, $40 million for the rights, and $35 million to market. $75 million to produce, $40 million went to Melania, and $35 for marketing. Sorry, Melania. Look, this is Jeff Bezos, multi-billionaire. Donald Trump and Melania, multi-billionaires. This is Trump and Jeff Bezos just curry favoring to Melania. We don't even really believe that marriage is really real. You know what I mean? So that's just like, you want me to stay? You want me to keep making these appearances? All right, I need $40 million to make a movie about me. I just feel like this is part of the deal to stay married to Trump during his second term. That's just what I believe. So I don't really think they care if the movie flops or not. She gets to look back and be like, they made a movie about me. So I don't think she really cares. I'm surprised that 1,500 theaters even picked this up, but I digress. All right, that is it for quick news. Let's now go over to lesson of the day. I have a really good lesson of the day today. You should love the person you are with the way they want to be loved. I have a very interesting take on this video. And the question of the day is, which outfit choice at the airport should be banned immediately? Let's go over to lesson and question of the day. All right, before we get to lesson of the day, I have a very important question to ask y'all. Is your computer, laptop, or cell phone vulnerable to data breaches? Well, hold up. Let me answer that question for you. Yes, they are, all three of them, if you're not using Aura, the all-in-one digital security platform. Go to my sponsor below, aura.com/trend out loud to get your free 14-day trial to see if any of your data has already been exposed. If you're ever wondering how scammers get your cell phone number or why your inbox is filled with spam, here is why. There are companies called data brokers, and they sell your data, and they do it without your consent, and they make billions of dollars selling it to marketers, scammers, and even stalkers. That's why I recommend today's sponsor, Aura, to my family, friends, and out louders. Aura takes care of the hard part for you, automatically removing your information off of these sites and keeping it off. Aura is an all-in-one digital security platform. With Aura, you get alerts if any of your personal information is ever found on the dark web, real-time fraud alerts for your credit card or banking information, a secure VPN, antivirus, a password manager. They also have US-based customer service that works round the clock. Also, in the event that anything should ever go wrong, Aura also offers a $5 million identity theft insurance protection package. That's included, by the way. You may already have a digital security package, but not having Aura is like locking your front door and keeping your back door open. Sign up for Aura today. It's the first link below. Here is the QR code. Take your phone and your camera out. Just scan that. It will take you over to Aura. Just wait till after the show, guys, because I still have a lot of stuff to talk to you guys about. Make sure you sign up for Aura today. Very dangerous out there. Anytime you put any information online, that company has the right to sell your information. That's why you get these crazy text messages and phone calls. Aura goes on the dark web and removes your information, blocks it, and keeps it off. So if you're tired of phone calls or any text, emails, sign up for Aura today. It's absolutely free for the next 14 days. All right. Also, before we continue with lesson of the day, I just want to tell you guys about super chats and super thanks. While we're on air here, if whoever is tuning in on YouTube, if you want to give back to the show, please feel free to give us a super chat. And if when we're off air, you can give us a super thanks. Some people might see it at the bottom of their video, or you might see it in the comment section. You'll see 3 buttons. You can select the amount that you would like to support with, take away the thanks, and choose whatever you want to say. You can give whatever comment you like. That's why I prefer that other than PayPal or Venmo. It gives me a notification. It's like sending me a text message. I could see your message. I'll reply to you right away, and I could read it back on the next day's show. Here is YouTube explaining it better than I can.
Buy a super thanks by clicking the thanks button under your video. There are multiple price points a viewer can purchase that each have their own special one-time animation. As an added bonus, viewers will get to post a distinct, colorful comment in your video's comment section.
And lastly, before we go, just want to let you guys remind you guys to join the Out Loud membership. You'll see the button above us. It's join, or you'll see like a membership tab. Sign up and be an Out Louder today. All right, let's go over to this lesson about loving somebody the way they want to be loved. This is really good.
I don't know who needs to hear this today, but you're not supposed to love me in your love language. You're supposed to love me in mine, and I'm supposed to love you in your love language. All too often I hear people talking about love languages, and when they get into it, they talk about how, oh, well, my love language is this, so when I'm loving my partner, and I'm like, wait, why are you trying to love people in the way you prefer to receive love? Have you taken the time to check how they prefer to receive love? To love someone is to truly consider them. Consideration is the highest form of respect. Without it, you do not truly love somebody. And when you truly consider somebody, you ask yourself things like this. You ask yourself, in what ways are they most receptive to receiving love? And regardless of how it may differ with your own, you do what you can to figure out how you can love them in that way. Your love language is how you receive love, not how you give love. Fruit for thought.
Now, my question is why is he cutting his eggs with 2 forks? But that's neither here nor there. But this was a very, very good lesson to me. I feel like I'm very good in relationships and very good at love. But this is something I learned recently. And it took me a little while to receive it. And at first I didn't get it. And then I got it after. I realized why I didn't get it at first is that now knowing the person who told me about this, she was saying, hey, I want certain kind of love, or this is how I receive love. And I was like, that's not how I see love. And that's not, what real love is. And then, a couple of months later, I realized, I'm like, oh my gosh, she was right. But I realized after getting to know her, the reason why I didn't understand it when she was saying it to me, I realized after, she's not the best communicator. So I was like, if you would have communicated it this way, I would have got it. But now I understand the way how she communicates, which again is me also evolving to know that not everyone's always going to communicate like how you communicate. And I feel like I'm a really good communicator, and I like communication, and not everyone is like that. So most importantly, it was a great lesson. And I love having that in my toolbox of love. And for me, I love quality time, because quality time, you get to talk, you get to deep dive, you get to understand, you get to pour into each other. And not everybody sees love that same way. And it doesn't mean that mine is any different. It just means that, hey, you want to love me and consider me. I need more of you. I need you to pour into me. I need to know everything about you. I need trust. I need loyalty. I need transparency. I need all that. And that comes when you spend time with somebody, right? And vice versa. So I thought that was an important lesson. And I just like the way how he said it. So today's lesson of the day is your love language is how you receive love. The way how you give love is another person's love language. All right. Let's go now to question of the day. This one is a funny one. Okay, here, let me put this up here. I already told you guys about it, but let me put it up here on the screen. Okay, here we go. Which outfit choice at the airport should be banned immediately? Now, I'm going to come out right and tell you guys, I don't understand why people have such a problem with people's outfits in the airport. Who cares what people wear? If you want to wear pajamas and flip-flops, I don't care. You're not coming to work. I don't care what you wear to the airport. Anyways, bonnets and pajamas, let me tell you already, that's going to be 50% of the answer. And why does it bother you? If somebody paid, I don't care, $200, $500, $2,000 for their ticket, and the airline doesn't have a dress code, why do you care? Come in a bikini if you want. I don't know if that's legal, but come in a bikini, come in shorts. I don't care. Come in a tank top. I don't understand why so many people are bothered. Anyways, another bonnet, pajamas. Please leave the bonnets and house shoes at home. Bonnet. I personally don't care what anybody chooses to wear. My mind is strictly on vacation. Exactly. People travel with class back in the day via pictures. I don't know what took a turn. That's actually a really good point. At one time, flying was like, oh my, you got dressed up in a suit, the stewardesses, it was a big thing. If you were a pilot, it was like you got any girl in the world, and airlines, it was, okay, it's not the 50s anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that anymore. Done. I understand where it comes from, but it's not that. Because not everybody is traveling in a suit for a business meeting. You should be able to wear whatever you want, and people need to stop thinking everybody needs to conform to what other people think. Thank you very much. Another person said no sleepwear. Sorry, there's a lot of bonnets. Why y'all worried about what other people got is my question. Totally agree. I really don't care what other people do, but in my opinion, bonnets, pajamas, and house shoes shouldn't be worn anywhere other than the house for real. It's too easy to put on sweats, slides, and a hat. My mom, grandma, and auntie never played like they would get caught straight in for going out the house in pajamas and bonnets. Somebody said just dress appropriately. What's with all the, okay, I don't want to read that. Who cares? I knew bonnets was going to be number one. Exactly. Y'all dress for travel, plane or whatever mode you are taking, and pack for that trip. You should always have on full shoes and long pants on an airplane. Why? If you ever have to evacuate, which doesn't mean something horrible, that slide is going to tear the skin on your legs off. Okay, this is ridiculous. What are we talking about? I'll leave that up to the airlines. Anyways, I'm gonna come over to you guys to let me know what you think the outfit should change. But to me, I don't care. You walk around in pajamas, you walk around in lingerie. I don't care. All right, I'm coming over to the comment section. Before I do, good show today. Good show today. All right, I'm coming over to the comment section. All righty then, coming over to see my people. What up, my beautiful people? Bam, 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 bam. Hold up. All right, Morgan's in the building. What up, Morgan? What up, Eddie? Gia's in the building. Manhattan Strong. What up? Nolan's over on Twitch. Hello, Out Louders. What up? Gia Morris, G Morris, I think. Eddie, what up? Kim, good evening. Hey, guys, remember it was Kim's birthday yesterday. Happy birthday once again, Kim. What up, Trent Out Louders? Crystal, what up? Eddie. Kim. Tez is in the building. What up? Yes. Braids looking good. Thank you very much, Tez. Queens, hello. Yes. Hey, Crystal. Yes, Tez. The braids are looking nice. Thank you very much. Kanye and Kim are just doing what they got to do for money. Unfortunately, yes. Italy, totally agree with you. And how is your day going? Agree, ladies. Trent's braids look good. Thank you, Crystal. Tessa's are just trying to stay relevant. Erica says, seems like he's trying to go around. Wouldn't happen. That's a bot. Only low IQ are influenced by the culture. Okay. Hood 420. He's a Joe Rogan type Trump spy something place. Okay, I don't know what that we mean by all that. Somebody said just like Candance Owens. Happy Wednesday. God Julie says he's using the Moses framework to devise us. Could be. Candace has the #1 podcast. Yes, she does. Shout out to Candace. You are right, Eddie. She's doing what works. Yeah, and that's kind of like a little bit of my problem, but I won't get into that. Barb says Mr. West needs to buy his woman some clothes. Happy hump day from Crystal. Yep. I'm your witness to Trent. You just said this a couple of days ago. Thank you very much. God Jewelry. Somebody said nothing embarrassing about it. I think Kanye would have been okay if he would just release his album without all the controversy. That's from Kim. Eddie says Kim facts. Come on, Kim, you already know this is what Kanye does. Facts. Candy said, hey, Trent. Hey, Candy. Her IG was deactivated months before that. Y'all never have facts, just run with false headlines. I think somebody said that earlier today, too. Regardless if her Instagram was deactivated or not, Nicki has lost a tremendous amount of support. So my apologies if I'm wrong with the Instagram or people are wrong or whatever. She has lost a ton of support. That's all that matters. Christine said, hey, Trent and the Louders, I missed a lot while in Jamaica for a week. Very sad waking up in Toronto today, but so happy to be here with all y'all catching up. Let's go. Well, welcome back. And don't worry, everything is up on YouTube. You can rewatch all the shows. Okay. He didn't kick her off stage though. I don't know. What was that whispered? And she's like, oh, should I just go here? Kim said, welcome back off of vacation, Christine. He knew of her, but not known her. Y'all dense. Yeah, okay, whatever. 2K rows. But they held hands and he kissed her. I know, so awkward. Oh man, Christine, you have a few episodes to watch, but you were lucky enough to miss the crazy storm. It was magical for my first time. Wow, your first time in Jamaica? Wow. She stayed on stage after this. He didn't kick her off stage. Y'all know what I mean. He kicked her off the microphone. She looked like a marshmallow. I don't know what that is. Kim says, so too, Crystal, but Stephanie definitely going back and see what you missed. Trina says, Nicki was hard to watch. That was hard, man. All liberals have the same playbook. Hey, 24K Rose, I just want to let you know, thank you for being in here. Thank you for your comments. Although I vehemently disagree with most of them, and I'm sure you disagree with me, just want to thank you for sticking around in here and giving your take. This is really the platform that I'm trying to build, and I love coming to the comment section and being able to disagree with you. So thank you for that. Deport her island ASS. Hammer says, Nick propaganda machine. Eddie said, she's still a clown for this, but she has every right to be in whatever party she wants. That's why this is America. Eddie, I totally 1000% agree with you, but I'm still going to drag her. She stayed on stage. Well, 2K Rose, that's not really nice calling me that. You know what I'm saying? You could stick around here, but there's no need to call names because I'm not calling you a name. You know what I'm saying? Gerald says, God is protecting him. Somebody said call ice on her. That's Sir Nicholas. Candy is laughing. Crystal's laughing. This is the problem. She's a puppet. That's talking about Nicki. Eddie says, did she state her reason? No. This is my problem. She has not stated her reason because before this, she was not pro-Trump, and we have videos to prove it, but so was JD Vance. So whenever you need something from Trump, this is what happens. And I keep telling you guys, Trump doesn't care who hated him before. He just cares what you do for him now. He doesn't care that Diddy hated him before. Diddy can get a pardon tomorrow morning if he would do what Nicki's doing, but he refuses. That's what my sources have told me. Corn Pop was a bad dude. Somebody said, yuck. Eddie is laughing. I think it's Emily saying, I love Trent's energy. I think that's what you're saying. For the unabashed support. Eddie said he meant he heard of her, but didn't know her. Oh my gosh, Trent, stop. Okay, Eddie. She did it to keep from being deported and her family. Something is going up. Hit that like button and support Trent. Yeah, thank you, Crystal. Trust no rappers. Okay. Raw LJ said, I wish people learn to separate the artist from the person. I ain't looking for no one in entertainment to tell me who to vote for, what their policy views are. If you don't have her money, you will. I agree with that. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Says, you sound zesty. I'm out. Peace. Do I sound zesty? Sir Nicholas said she about to be deported. Well, not now that she's curry favoring up to him. Elijah says Nicki Minaj took the mark of the beast by supporting the orange man. Excuse me. Nathan said, who cares about Candace? Well, that's not very nice. Elijah says, anyone supporting Trump or any of the other heads of the beast, Putin, Netanyahu, already took the mark. Elijah says, I'm Elijah. Go read my posts for the truth if you want to. Okay, Elijah, just stop this. Okay, we're not going to read that. Okay, I'm not going to read that. Eddie says, she's crushing those numbers. She said, Charlie Kirk, who? Okay, Elijah with these posts. Kim said, I'm so confused right now. I think you're probably talking about Elijah's post. Hey, Mystery says, hello, Trent. What up, Mystery from the UK on Twitch? Yeah, see, you're streaming from Twitch UK. All right, I'm not even going to open up Elijah's posts anymore. Tez says her grief is definitely different. Hold on, I'm just got to skip over Elijah's things to not open them up. All right, here's Eddie. What's she supposed to do? Jump in the grave with him? Damn, y'all. I hear what you're saying, but I'm just saying the tone and the way how she's speaking is weird. Yeah, because I'm so confused what Charlie Kirk's wife was talking about. Oh, that's what you're saying you're confused about, Kim. Howdy, Trent. Katie from the UK. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Let me get this yawn out. Sorry, I was up early because I had to get my hair done. I had to like do stuff a lot earlier today. That's why I'm yawning. I'm very sorry, y'all. I've been trying to like suppress it, but sometimes you got to just let these things out. Damn, Reese and Alex. I don't know what that is. Kim says, hey, Katie. Says, those agents weren't sent out of town to, oh my gosh, why am I yawning so much? Gosh, sorry, guys. I had to get my hair braided. Kay says, hey, Kim, tune into Candace Owens when you get time, and it may help to comprehend. Crystal says, I get that people grieve differently, and we can't tell anybody how to grieve, but there is something off-putting about her demeanor. Crystal, I love the way how you articulate things. What Crystal said. And he says, please don't make this political. Somebody lost their life. Kim says, thank you. That says, how could you hear an agent saying he needs scissors to cut something? Oh, you're talking about, I know you're talking about. Hold on. Crystal said, facts, Eddie, whatever side of the aisle you are on, someone lost their life. I totally agree with that. Even I don't agree with Charlie Kirk's, some of the things that he have said about women, about black people. I still feel like it was wrong what happened to him, and it doesn't matter what side of the aisle you are on. I totally agree with that. And he said the whole thing's pretty sad. Mercy says, a U.S. citizen was like a dog in the streets. It's very shameful, and it does not sit very well with me. My heart goes out to all in the U.S. Totally agree. Yeah, it's extremely sad. Crystal says, okay, I'm not going to repeat that. He was in the tussle just a week ago and broke his rib. So he decided he would go back. Yeah, well, that's protesting. If something happens to you while you're protesting, doesn't mean that you can't go back. I don't understand this rib thing, why that's such a big deal to some people. David said, no way Trump will back down to Tim. Guys, I'm really sorry for yawning. My eyes are watering. I don't know. Sorry about that. Yeah, they come into San Jose. ICE will be here for Super Bowl. Yeah, we reported that yesterday. Morgan says, thank goodness for that woman's bravery to bring awareness and truth to BS ICE is doing, the BS ICE is doing to innocent people around the world. Totally brave of her. Not interested said, my kid's favorite suitcase is Melania Trump. What? Tez says, Melania rang the bell at the New York Stock Exchange. Oh my gosh. Boycott Melania Trump's movie. I learned about what a POSTNUP is in Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, of all places. Funny. Eric said, Ye apologizing because the music he is about to release. Okay. Straight up fake and orchestrated by her sleight of hand. I think you're talking about Melania. Imagine watching sports with Trent. Oh my gosh. If you watch sports with me, trust me, it'll be the most entertaining thing you've ever seen in your life. I'm getting up, I'm standing up, I'm enjoying, especially if it's like somebody who I'm going for, or if it's my team. Like Super Bowl is going to suck for me this year because last year I was going for Kansas City. I don't know why, but they were my team, but I knew I shouldn't have gone for them last year. Anyways, yeah. It's crazy. Hey, Teresa, what up? Spraying any chemical is an act of violence. This is crazy. Praying for the people in Minnesota. Totally agree, Teresa. I don't know what this name is. Princess. It's not a takeover lady. Don't know what that means. She's a fraud. Oh, I think it might be talking about Ilham. Shout out to that odd. Okay. Staged fake attack. I told you guys some people would think that. Tez, it would be a vibe. Crystal said, yes, this representative is one strong, resilient woman. Her reaction gave me goosebumps. What a powerful message. Totally agree with that. Oh my God. Sorry. Gosh. I was trying to hide the yawns before, but I can't keep hiding them anymore. But I'm sticking here. I'm going through every comment. I don't care. Teresa said, I don't believe it was staged. It looks for real. I agree with you, Teresa. Lone Wolf said, you are blind. She needs to be in jail. Hey, you have a right to your own opinion. Donald Trump doesn't like her. I think you might be getting that from him, but I digress. June said, hey, hello, Mr. Trent. Your hair looks very cute. Thank you very much, June. Appreciate that. Drew said, Kanye is in panic mode. He wants his audience back. Exactly. Tess says, Kim, I would block the TV on purpose. Somebody said not even comparable. She is strong. That is true. Okay, Tez and Kim are talking. Tez, now you would got me thinking about watching sports with Trent. Yo, he'd get me so hyped up. Trust me, you know it. My Super Bowl parties are lit. Maybe I'll live stream Super Bowl. You should have seen me at New Year's Eve. Whew. My New Year's Eve parties are a vibe. I'm on the couch. I'm singing. I'm playing slow music. Y'all know me when slow music comes on. This is on stream. Imagine me just at my house with my family and friends here on the mic. It's a vibe. Trust me. Emma said, strong, resilient woman. Yes, yes, yes. Major said, I love that woman that was speaking. Rem, the Kristi matters. She was strong and resilient. Teresa said, if Ray J is not trolling, then he is playing with the internet's algorithm. He's a smart guy. I know, but I just don't think health is something to play around with, but whatever. Ray J is going to do what Ray J is going to do. Kim welcomed Emma. Emily said, praying for Ray J. Excuse me for yawning. Katie said, Ray J looks desperate. Oh, sorry, depressed. He needs help. He is crying out for help. Okay. I hope he does get his help. Kim said, go Serena. I would definitely tune in if Serena comes back to tennis. Yes, trust me, everybody would. Love Serena too. I hope she does return to tennis. Crystal says, I can't pronounce that word, geokinetics. What are you thinking out here? Teresa says, looking forward to seeing Serena back on the court. Yes, I know you guys would like that story. Happy belated birthday, Kim. Oh, thank you, Emily. Crystal, something is on his mind, Tez. Kim says, thank you, Emily, for the birthday wishes. Tez, you thinking? I love when you guys have your own little conversations going. I love that. Be sure to hit that like button. Thank y'all. Condolences to, I know you guys would know, beauty to the streets. Shirley Raines, amazing lady. She will be missed. I put that story in here for y'all. Who would have thought it would be a good idea to make a movie about her? 100% Kim. Crystal said, yes, hit that like button. There's 100 people viewing and only 35 likes. Come on, let's support our favorite YouTuber and our boy Trent. Thanks, Crystal. Kim says, clothing that should be banned from the airport, booty shorts and crop tops. All right, I'm staying out of that. G.I. Moore says, I think they're suppressing some of my comments when I talk about certain administrations. Hey, that's YouTube. That's not me. Justin says, ICE is doing a pretty good job so far. Hey, that's your opinion. I respect it. Thank you for commenting. Ditto says, hey, love you, Trent. Love you, Trent. Hair and beard always on point. Thank you very much. I like when I get my hair done too. Somebody says, totally agree with you on your point. Trent is out here modeling for us. Shout out to Crystal. Hey, Trent, hope you are doing well. Get in touch with you. Didn't hear back. Okay, if you sent me a DM or an email, sorry that I haven't got back to you. I don't know what it is about. Ted says, it's a camping spoon and fork. Oh, okay. Thank you for clarifying that. Purpose 76, welcome. Morgan says, this is very important to love somebody in their love language, because love isn't just about how deeply you feel it. It's about how clearly the other person receives it. Woo! Morgan dropping gems around here, man. Yeah, let's go. It builds emotional safety, not just romance. Whoop, whoop. When somebody feels loved in the way, when somebody feels loved in the way their nervous system understands, they relax. Morgan, you should write a book. Hey, Trent and the chat. What up, what up, what up, what up? Kim, welcome you before even I did. Thanks, Kim. The thongs are too much. Hey, if the airline lets it, go right ahead. Kim says the airline should have a dress code: PJs, house shoes, bonnets. Keep your body covered. I understand where you all are coming from. Crystal says, yes, I agree that it is very important to discuss your love language in a relationship, but I think after knowing your partner's love language, it's a good idea to fully understand and accept their love language and not just accuse them of not loving you, but work together and compromise both on your love languages to keep a good balance of respect and appreciation. Y'all know I love when Crystal drops gems. It's all about yin and yang. It's all about coming together. It's about understanding. And like Crystal just said, it's all about compromising. So it's not that you're not going to get everything. You're not going to get all your love languages, but as long as you hold true to your values, and you guys, you shouldn't be together if you guys don't have the same values. That once the values are established and a relationship is established, yeah, you got to give and take in love sometimes. Well, most times. Love that, Crystal. Riz says, hello, Trent. What up? What up? Katie says, I have been informed by an air stewardess that they sometimes upgrade on a person's dress code. Yeah, fine. If I'm not dressed enough to go to business class, I don't care. I'll stay in big. I'm not wearing pajamas, but I wear a tech fleece. I'll wear like a Nike tech fleece or a sweatsuit or something like that. I'm not dressed up to go on a plane. I know some people like to dress up to go to the airport. When I used to travel a lot for the stores, we used to go to like Paris Fashion Week, and we'd be in New York Fashion Week and this and whatever, blah, blah. And my staff that was traveling with me, they're like, yo, we got to be, what did they say? Airport fresh or air something. It was like, yo, like, nah, man, I'm always in sweats, Air Force Ones. I want to be comfy. For me, I get on a plane and I sleep right away and I wake up when we land all the time. Especially like if I'm going somewhere, I will purposely take an early morning flight. I'll stay up all night, go to the airport at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, get on that plane. I'm out, I'm sleeping, I'm waking up and I am where I'm supposed to be. I'm not wearing a suit for that. Kim agreed with Crystal. Wear a cool hat over your bonnet or a beautiful scarf. That's Teresa. Teresa says, like and subscribe. Thank you, Teresa. Mystery said, airport outfit choice. I don't care what you wear, but don't come with nothing. Crystal says, you never want to lose yourself trying to people please. It's all about communication, understanding, appreciation, a good balance of compromising, learning, and loving the person for who they are, and raise each other's frequency and level up together. I love that, Crystal. Elijah says, when is Miss Gnome getting fired? That's what I would like to know. Hey, get on my, if you guys aren't following on my Instagram, I have a really funny Instagram post ready about Kristi Gnome. She's actually getting some backlash over something she did. I'm going to post it as soon as I get off this live. Some money magnet says, please tell us, how is that embarrassing When will you hate start, but you say you support women? What? Please tell us, how is that embarrassing? When will the hate start, but you say you support women? I don't understand what you're talking about. And yes, I probably am a feminist and support women, so I'm not sure what you're talking about, but try to rewrite that, please. EP3 Mentalist says there's a lot of hate coming from the peaceful left. Okay. And he said they are saying the Ilhan Omar thing was staged. Yes, but I don't believe it. Kim says, okay, now you got me yawning over here. Sorry, Kim, but notice I got it out. I'm good now. I'm good. Sorry about that. Crystal gave me some hearts. Thanks, Crystal. Another great show, Trent. Thank you, Teresa. Elijah got stuff to paste real fast. Damn, Kim, reading your messages about yawning got me yawning. It's so weird that yawning is infectious, eh? It's crazy. It's definitely contagious. Hey, Mars, you caught the live. What up, Mars? Bam, 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 bam. Jacqueline said hello, Trent. Hello, Jacqueline. Crystal saying hello to Mars. It's okay. That's talking about yawning. Crazy. Trent, stop yawning. You got me wanting to take a nap. You guys are funny. Kim said, I'm not Kim. Mars. Now I'm just saying yawning. I'm feeling like I got to yawn. Mars said, I will have no comment about the US is now, I cannot say that word, and Germany. Kim says, if you do a live Super Bowl, I'm here. It'd be so bad because I can't stream. They'll block me streaming the Super Bowl, but maybe I'll have I don't know. We'll figure something out. We could watch it together. It'll be fun. You auto-corrected. We have a sleepy trend today. I know, man. I had to find, my day is, I wake up at a certain time. I work out at a certain time. I eat at a certain time. Everything, I follow a very strict schedule. You do something in my schedule, it's messed up. And driving, taking a couple of hours to get my hair. So I had to do the same thing that I do every single day, but wake up 3 hours earlier, 3.5 hours earlier. And because I knew I had to wake up, I don't feel like I got a good sleep. So I woke up extra early and I didn't have a good sleep. So I'm very, very, very sorry for yawning. That's very rude. But at the end of the show, this is the out louders who stick around here. So I know that y'all will give me grace. Crystal says, yes, you should stream when you watch the Super Bowl. All right, noted. Mystery. Oh gosh, no. Gosh. Oh my gosh. No more talking about yawning. Mystery says ICE is not doing a good job to U.S. citizens. Have 2 U.S. citizens has been unalive. Crystal said, Trent, we were laughing about you accidentally saying gynecologist. I don't know why I said that. Cardiologist. I think this is magistry. Your topic is misleading. You are fake grown man speaking lies and nonsense. Well, really. I've been doing this for 3 years, and I think I'll disagree with you with that, Majesty. And I think a couple of people would disagree with you as well, too. But thank you for your comment, and thank you for sticking around and clicking that join button. Really appreciate you. Tess says I'm laughing at Crystal. Great show again tonight, Trent. Thank you. Thank you, Mystery. Me too. We definitely know what he's thinking about. Crystal got jokes. Somebody said, wow, cavity. I don't have cavities. You guys are hilarious. You know me, Trent. Love dropping gems. That's Crystal. Somebody says, we used to dress nice to fly back in the 60s and 70s, but the seats were roomy and comfortable. Exactly. It was a whole different thing at that time. Crystal and Tez got Kim weak over here. Yo, you guys are hilarious, man. All right, last one is from Katie. In Grenada, we have a saying that says, a yawn is a jealous ting. All right. I don't know who I'm jealous over, All right, that is the last comment while I read out my my sign off, and I'll come back to see if there's anybody that gives any comments before we go. Let's see if I can get through this without yawning. All right. Well, first of all, round of applause. A good episode, and for y'all tuning in, thank you. All right, before I let you guys go, I just want to remind you of 3 things. Oh gosh, I'm yawning. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Woo, okay, that was one, and we're done. Okay, before I let you go, I just want to remind you of 3 things. First, while we're on live, please feel free to give back to your favorite YouTube host with a super chat, and after we post the video, please feel free to give back with a super thanks. And you might see it at the bottom of your video or in the comment section. Also, do not forget to sign up for the Out Loud membership. You see the join button or the membership tab. And also, don't forget the first link is for Aura. It is absolutely free for 14 days. If you're ever wondering if any of your personal information, credit card or banking is out there, Aura can tell you that and remove it offline for free. Do not surf without clicking that link below. It's absolutely free for 14 days. Now, also, before I let you go, I just want to remind you of all the 3 ways to keep up with the Trend Out Loud show, okay? First is podcast platforms. For those of you who like to listen to shows like this, we're available on every single one of them. Just go to any pod site, type in Trend Out Loud, the show will pop up. Please do not forget to hit the follow and subscribe button so you can be notified every time we upload a new show. And we upload it 5 days a week because, we're working hard out here for y'all. Now, the second way is video. That is my favorite way of digesting. I definitely love to see a lot of visuals. So if you're like me, head on over to YouTube. Type in Trend Out Loud. When you're over there, I need 6 things. Please hit that follow and subscribe button is the first 2. The third thing is please try to comment. Of course, we love being on live. And of course, we love all the comments. But those comments need to flow over to after when we post, because we need to keep the conversation going. So please, if you're watching this after the video, please try to comment below. You guys are my co-host. I need you guys on live and after. Shout out to Kim, who always at the end of these lives when we post, Kim is always there. First or second comment, what up Out Loud or so. Shout out to Kim. And again, happy belated birthday to Kim. For those of you who don't feel comfortable commenting, please, I don't want you to feel any pressure. What you can do though is comment. No, sorry. For those of you who don't want to join in on the conversation, but want to comment, please try to comment the country or city that you're watching from. Every night before I go to bed, I look at all the comments, and I love to see how global this show is. So if you don't want to join in on a conversation, let me know where you're watching from, all right? Fourth of all, and very important, if you're really enjoying this show and this content, please try to share it with your family, friends, and loved ones because it helps them grow in the channel. I am actively trying to be around for the next 5, 10, 15 years. We want to grow this platform. You guys hear me talking about new media. When cable TV is gone, we want to be around here, all right? So help grow the Trend Out Loud network by sharing this channel with like-minded people, okay? Doesn't matter if you're on the right or left. We want good people who want to communicate, and I'll appreciate that. 5th, sign up for the Out Loud membership. And 6th, do not forget a super thanks or super chat. The third way, which is new for 2026, we are now streaming, and we are live around 5:30 Monday through Friday Eastern Standard Time. We stream live on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. We have 2 streams going on YouTube, one in a mobile format and the other one in a TV or laptop format. We are also streaming on Twitch, Instagram, and on Kick. So you can catch us if you guys like live formats. All right. So that's podcast, video, and streaming. No excuse. Every way for you to digest content, we are on. All right. Now, for those of you who want to follow me outside of the show, I'm available on all social platforms. It's also the same handle, Trend Out Loud. I just actually signed up for Upscroll. There's a new thing that came out today. It's called Upscrolled. Upscrolled is a new platform. It's the #1 social media platform. It's apparently supposedly replacing TikTok. So shout out to anybody who's on Upscroll. Make sure that you sign up for our feed over there, okay? Trend Out Loud. Yes, so back to the matter at hand. I'm available on all social platforms. Also, same handle, Trend Out Loud. I'm the most active on Instagram. And speaking of Instagram, please try to follow me on The Trent Out Loud Show on Instagram. You see the videos that I play during these lives here. Those are the videos that we post during the day. And why I really am working so hard on that platform is during the day or during these lives, I have an hour that we can talk and I know we have fun. But over there, I'm able to talk with you guys and interact, and I get to see your comments on Saturday, Sunday, in the morning, lunch, or at night, whenever there's breaking news or something funny or going on. And it just gives us a touch point that we can still communicate, all right? And the thing I like about it is that I've made a decision to just be very raw and unrehearsed over there. So you might see me coming out the shower, in the shower, sleeping, like in the car, driving, on the couch, or whatever. I'm having a lot of fun, so please support me on that platform. They're very quick takes, 10 or 15 seconds, and of course, we'll leave the long form for here. So please try to check me out on The Trent Out Loud Show on IG, all right? All right, let me just get back to see if there's any last comments before we sign off. And I know that it's probably going to be somebody laughing that I was yawning. Mystery says, good night, Trent and the Out Louders. So here we go. Emma, yawning is contagious. Emma said, you can't stop. Emma says, watching the Super Bowl would be awesome. I will research more about the game. Excuse me. Kim says, another great show, Trent. I love you guys. Be safe out there in these streets. It's crazy out there. As always, peace, love, and happiness to everyone. Excuse me. Crystal says, okay, Trent, that was another great show. Now go take a nap and dream about gynecologist. You're hilarious, Crystal. Love you too, Crystal. And Crystal says, peace. Kim says, yes, Emma, it would be awesome to hang out with Trent during the Super Bowl. And Crystal said, facts. Kim, we need to all get together in real time for that barbecue as well. Yeah, we'll organize that one day. I'm telling you, we will do that. Maybe in the summertime, we will do that. That would be a party, trust. We just have to figure out where we would do it. We have to do like a central location. Kim says, that party, Crystal. Yes, ma'am. Hey Shay, last Shay, good night, Trent. Great live. Thank you very much, my Jamaican sister. And last one is coming from God Jewelry. Says, ice at the Super Bowl is wild in the Bay. 100% agree. We all agree with that. Oh, Shay Lala just snuck one in. And thank you for I'm not sure what that is there. But maybe you're saying thank you to somebody. All right. Lay Shay got, and thank you for the membership. Is it membership? Yeah, I think you're saying membership, right? I think so. Maybe like when somebody gifted a membership. Hey, Kim, Crystal, and hold on. Is Shay Lala coming through? Yeah, membership. That's what I thought you were saying. I got you. Don't worry. I got you, my Jamaican sister. All right, guys, I'm signing out. I'm going to go eat, and then I'm going to bed. I'm going to sleep. And no more yawning on tomorrow's show, man. I love y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. We had a great show. As always, I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's Thursday, the day before Friday. Love y'all. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trent Out Loud. Peace.